We don't talk about Bruno. No, no, no.
Why is it?
We
You know
don't
what?
talk about Bruno.
I like that movie, but at first I was a little upset. Why they do Bruno like that?
I know, right? Poor
He
Bruno.
he just was trying to love everybody. That's all.
He was trying to tell the truth
That's what it was. They ain't
and
want.
shame the devil.
That's what it was. They ain't want the truth to come out. What's up, good people?
Hola.
What's up, good?
Hello. Hey, Hemi. Hey,
Huh?
Hemi. You hungry? You hungry?
I'm all
You need
good.
Snickers.
I know what kind of day today's gonna be. I know what kind of day today is gonna be. Y'all, I don't think y'all understand. You know, y'all don't understand because shout out to the 2023-2024 EOT on ISO participants. Yeah, they are plum fools. You hear me? My kind of people.
This is for my students. What? Hemi, come back.
So we singing Gangsta Lean now. That's what we on. That's what we doing. Singing Gangsta.
It just happened. It just happened. It totally just happened. You chose to come to work today, sir.
I did, didn't I? I did. I should have just took off. I should have just been like, nah, I'm good.
We wasn't even gonna have the show today, y'all, because Hemi was supposed to be out. And he chose to come to work today.
Tia, what we talking about, Tia? I don't even want to do this with you. No, I can't even do this with you.
Woo! So
something's wrong with you.
Oh, yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. So, y'all, today is my last Power Hour show.
No!
As the Associate Director of Intercultural Life at Cornell College.
Y'all, she decided she wanted to do other things in her life, like just selfish. That's what it is. She's selfish. She's not thinking about nobody else but herself.
I'm thinking about plenty of other people. You just not happy with it. I'm thinking about my students.
No, you're not.
I am actually even thinking about ICL
and
the other ways that I can support ICL.
No, you're not.
I'm thinking about my children.
No, you're not.
I am thinking about a lot of things. I can go to evening and weekend events without being exhausted.
Ridiculous. That's what that is. That's what that is. But I guess I'll just have to deal with it. Yeah, y'all. It's her last show.
So no, it's my last show as associate director. He done already told me that I have to show up for the Power Hour, y'all. So this is not my last show.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. She's going to have to come for a couple at some point.
Oh, a couple? Oh, so I don't have to be here next week then?
I mean.
Okay.
What? Of course you. Well, that's next week shows with the young ladies. We're Shirley and them.
Ah, that's right. That's right.
And Zoe and them.
That's right.
That's of course y'all.
He's saying a couple in front of y'all. That's not what he said to me.
That is not what I said.
At all.
That's not what I said. You're right. Yeah. So yes, this is Tia's last show as the associate director of the Office of Intercultural Life. And here's the thing, y'all. I'm nervous. And here's why I'm nervous. Because now Tia is gonna be out here bad. She's gonna be like, yeah, she might be cussing. Tia gonna be drinking liquor on the.
This is not. First of all, I don't even drink it in private. I'm gonna be drinking it on the show. Yes, sir.
Look. Red
Welcome everybody. Water.
Look. Y'all know what the red Solo cup means. Red Solo cup.
That's a heathen definition of a red Solo cup.
Oh, but yes, y'all, this is Tia's last. Well, tomorrow, because tomorrow's her last day. As now, granted, she'll still be here. That's what we keep telling, or she keep telling folks. Listen, she's gonna be around. She's not leaving Mount Vernon. She's gonna be down the street. I'm sure it's gonna be a couple of times. I'm gonna come in here and I'm gonna turn the corner. She's gonna be sitting right here on the couch. Like, I thought you didn't work here. I thought you didn't work here no more. No, it's public. It's public.
Let me tell you, that is absolutely not what's going to happen.
I'm going to come in here.
He's going to come in here, and I'm not going to be in here. He's going to call me and be like, hey, you ain't doing no work. Come into the office.
That's not the point. That's not the point.
That is what's going to happen, y'all. Or he's going to come in here, and I'm going to sit in here, and he's going to like, hey, do some work. I don't work here no more. I'm like, you fired. And I'm going to say, okay, bet, I'm out. No, wait.
It'll be the same thing. But no, y'all, for real, like, when I think about even this, let's not even talk about the totality of you working here, right, T? Let's just talk about just the where this platform, this show started, right? Because T, I got an idea. Listen, let's do a radio show.
And I said,
she looked at me like I was crazy. Like, I don't even...
like, that's a great idea. I'm not doing that.
she looked at me like, nah, I ain't doing that. I don't know what
I think it's an amazing idea, except with me not being on there and talking and doing all those things, because I didn't to do those things.
And then she took over. Look here. So I can't even, to be honest, I really wish we could have recorded some of our, like the actual radio.
Man, yes. Without Vaughn joining us too, he could.
The earlier show was, we had music. It was. We
had special, well, we still have special guests, but
yeah. I think we definitely have more special guests than we do now.
Yeah.
But I think what I've appreciated with this show, it's evolved into a way. It's really just not just let's talk for a couple minutes, music, talk for some music, because that's the end of what it was doing. It was like we'll talk for like 5-10 minutes, and then we'll cut off all kinds of conversation, play some music for 2 or 3 minutes, and you look up, oh, the hour's done already. We out. Nah, son. Like, having Alvon on. Wasn't Dassy came on?
Dassy Lee.
Come on, Dassy.
Came on.
But then our friend COVID decided to show up. Our friend COVID was like, nah, we shutting everything down. We shutting the world. Y'all can't do nothing. Y'all got to go home.
Shut it down.
And then this was Tia's idea. Hey, maybe we can do it on Facebook Live. Well, how are we going to do that? I don't know. We were sitting like two old people like, I don't know.
No, like, because at that time, like, Facebook Live was super easy. And that's how a lot of people were putting their stuff out. And we started on Facebook Live.
Yep.
And then I met a friend who was doing a bunch of stuff live. And he was using StreamYard with his group. And so then he recommended StreamYard, which we're using now.
Made it so much easier. Listen, because when we tried to do it on Facebook Live at first, right? It was, well, how do we deal with 2 computers? You can't. And it was like you had to have a phone. It was a mess. Like, okay, so we're like, all right, well, let's do it next to each other. Now, mind you, just during COVID, we was breaking all kinds of COVID rules.
We really were.
Breaking all kinds of rules. But now, then again, we was where we was at. Then
I was about to say we were both like really good on like our protocols and stuff.
Listen, I'm not
about that life.
When they say shelter in place, I wasn't going nowhere. I was walking around Mount Vernon. I barely even went in to see the Rapids. Like, nah. They got the vid up there. I'm staying. The vid ain't in Mount Vernon. It's only in Cedar Rapids. And then we, as Tia said, figured out StreamYard. Here we are.
And here we are.
Here we are.
There you go.
Let me ask you this, Tia. Let me ask you this. Tell me some of your favorite moments on the show.
Oh,
I mean, that's why I said. That's why I didn't say pick one, because you know how to pick your favorite song. I don't know. I can give you 5, or I can give you a variety.
I gotta think. We've done a lot of shows, Hemi.
I know. Absolutely.
I will. Okay, my favorite part, though, was when the crew was regularly on the show. We can't get the crew on, man. I'm just like, come on, y'all. Let me message Ty right now. Like, where y'all at? Y'all just dropped out and just left us hanging. So
the crew was different. And now go ahead.
No, I'm messaging him right now.
Hey young scholar.
Like, where you at, homie? So I really enjoyed all the times that the crew tapped in, right? I miss our crew. Life been life, and come back, crew.
Look.
And so the show's not different when at least 1 or 2 of them are not present, especially Rich. Right. And I know things have definitely picked up for Rich, but so one of my favorite shows actually is when Rich came on.
Yo, when
Halloween
the
show.
Halloween, listen, I'm not gonna front. That was a fun show. I'm not gonna hold y'all up. That was a fun show.
That was so dope. Rich Ross.
Look, because I killed y'all with what was it? The Black Harry Potter.
Hemi Potter.
Hemi Potter. Come on, man. Hemi Potter.
At least that was better than what you said before, so I'm happy about that.
You get out of my business.
It's everybody's business. It is live. It is recorded.
Get out of my business.
So that one was really dope. I enjoyed when we did the Latin Heritage Month run a couple years ago. When we had the whole series.
And then we had on we
had some amazing topics.
Kim came on.
We had alum on. Dan was on. Yeah, my sister was on. Jenny, where's Jenny at? I'm about to.
Jenny was attacking me. I didn't like when Jenny was.
Jenny's working. She works at a school. I
feel like Jenny's like Tommy. She ain't got no job.
I'm telling.
See, there you go snitching again. There you go snitching.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good show, because that was the first time that I met Jenny, right? Yeah, that was a really fun show.
And that was really dope. Like I said, we had alum come on and students come on, and so I enjoyed that whole span because we dove into some really dope topics, including things like Latin heritage here at Cornell and just all kinds of the being a biracial Hispanic person or Afro-Latin identities. All of that was so awesome.
Right.
I really, really enjoyed that. It was fun when we had our students on when Lauren and Armani, and am I missing somebody? Who else was on there with us?
No, I think with that show, it was just Lauren and Armani.
Okay.
Armani, or I'm messing this little boy name up. Excuse me, that's a grown human now.
A whole grown working adult man.
Look, whole grown man now. Yeah, I think it was just Lauren and Armani. Yeah, that was it was like I said, it just, as I said earlier, man, just about the evolution of the show. I think one of our first shows, we kind of had class. I don't even know. We had a PowerPoint. I don't even remember what
we had a PowerPoint.
Yeah.
Wait, because
I don't even remember what I was like.
When we started, we were very much, we started to dive into educating folks around topics of DEI, around DEI topics, and it was open to the community too.
And then it just turned into us talking our mess. Talking our which but at the end of the day, it's still what we were trying to do, educating folks on.
Absolutely. And honestly, there are times where we put stuff in where I just didn't create pictures and PowerPoints for it at that point, because it's annoying to share the screen in that space. So,
and also I think me personally, I think you get much more out of it, right? As opposed to, let me read this screen, listen, like, man, let's just talk and go from there. Now, the one show I did, like when we did the live review of the Black Panther 1 soundtrack, I'm not gonna hold you.
For me, that was what it was. I mean, it was cool, but
I enjoyed that one. I said, we about to talk crazy about music. Come on, man.
I enjoyed when we talked about Black television.
Oh yeah,
that was a really good conversation.
Yeah, man. Because we went down. I mean, we definitely left stuff out because there's just so much. There's so much, but man, yeah, that was a good show. That was a good show because outside of music, television is another topic I enjoy talking about. Right.
Just whenever we're talking about cultural stuff, it's been a lot of fun. I mean, we also talk about cultural stuff because it's intercultural life.
I mean, that's the point of the show.
I do miss when we had music going, and so we were able to play some of our music. Now, with that being said, y'all, we weren't doing as much talking because we had like 5-10 minutes of music going. But I do miss that because there was like a certain vibe that went with it. But then we no longer had to like give the weather and do all the extra stuff.
Yo, we was out here giving the weather, people. Some.
We wasn't doing nothing. He was.
Out here telling some. It is 67 degrees outside.
Y'all know what the weather's like today? Cold.
Cold.
That's the weather.
Listen, and
he was pulling this up on his phone.
You said who?
You.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm looking at the weather app. Like, now, mind you, this was before we had the video, so of course it's gonna be 64 degrees. Yeah, with a 6 chance of no, my fault, 7 chance of rain. It is a humidity. Come on, man, I ain't doing that no more. But that was the rules we had to do when you're on the radio.
Yes.
Now we on the internets. You can almost do what you need to do. But it would have been good to have those shows recorded, but we just didn't have them capabilities, or if we did, we just didn't know.
Yeah.
We just didn't know how to do it.
It was what it was.
Yeah, it was what it was. It was good. Like I said, as the show's evolved to where it's at now, to where it is, I think is more impactful because we're allowed to talk. We're not allowed, but we're talking more, right? And we've also dove into some topics, bro. Man, I know.
You know who we haven't had on the show that would have been nice to have on the show? I don't think President Brand.
Yeah. It would. I mean,
you still have time.
I mean, we'll see. It would have been good to have him on the show, especially with you, because I think it's good for folks to get a candid view of him, right? Like the view that a lot of folks get. I would like to say most people on campus get to see, but even folks on campus don't get to see like President Brand when he's Jonathan.
Yeah.
Like when he's like, and I remember I kept calling President Brand. I felt like he was getting mad. Like, hey man, call me Jonathan. Man, I told you. I got to tell you again. Like,
I was like, I hope he doesn't get offended because I call him Prez.
Right. I told him, I said, my bad, man. There's no President Brand. I can't not call you President Brand. I hear what you're saying, but I can't do it. I won't do it. My mom won't allow me to do it. So tell us about this new thing you're going to. Whatever. Oh, you thought I wasn't gonna say?
And I thought I had mentioned it before when we talked about my departure, but I am a DEI manager at a nonprofit that advocates for expanding end of life care options. I don't have to do that part. I'm the internal DEI part, and it's more on the human resources and development and training side of things. So I get to dive. I am diving deeper into the DEI training and development and less programming, and more practice and policy and those kinds of things. So like we in ICL, we were still tapped to do diversity training. And so now I get to dive deeper into that on a more regular basis. Now, don't get it twisted, because that's not a simple task.
No.
People seem to think that doing trainings and putting together trainings and those things are easy. It's not a simple task at all. It is a lot of work. It's very tedious. But the cool thing about it for me is that I also get to tap into my creative side. I definitely got to do that here. I get to tap into my creative side because I have to create these trainings and presentations and those things, and then we record them as videos. So then I get to do some video editing, which is also not at all a simple and quick task at all.
No, absolutely.
And so if you halfway know what you're doing, it takes a day,
right?
Roughly, like a full work day and then some to edit just the caption people on an hour-long video, right? So, but I get to tap into more practice and policy and those kinds of things. And the thing that I enjoy about it is that, number one, it's remote. That's why I say you all can still see me around for sure. I will still be present. I will still get to go to events. I will still get to be around. And that I can now spend more time with my family and with myself. They love me. I get to spend more time with my family. I get to spend more time with myself. And I get to engage now with my students in a different way. Because this way, we've talked about this before, this work that we do in higher education. Hey, Chris! Chris is here. Chris Pingetch. You know what? That's another person that you need to make sure to have on the show.
Come on, Chris. Oh, you know what?
Welcome. Thank you for coming in. Chris, I'll be around. I miss your face as it is. I don't get to see your face enough. I don't tell you that enough either, that I love seeing your face. And so I do hope I get to see you around more too. But I get to engage with my students in a way that, working here and being here, like, you're ready to go home. I got to cook. I got to spend time with my family. I got to spend time with myself. But now I have the flexibility. And I have the flexibility to be home, cook dinner, spend time. And that way I'm not as exhausted come these 7 and whatever o'clock events that our students are hosting, or weekend events that I'm like, y'all know I got boundaries. After 5 o'clock and on the weekends, don't talk to me.
Tia used to be like, hey, Hemi, I ain't doing on no Sunday, but Tia, we got a whole program.
I don't care.
We got a whole, but I think, and to speak to that, right, I don't think, when you talk about being exhausted, and I didn't say, hey, Chris, how you doing? And I think, and folks who work in education, either as an administrator or either as a professor, teacher, whatever, I don't think people understand there's days when you physically like, yo, I'm tired. Like, man, like
because the thing is this, people don't realize or forget that mental work is more than taxing. The physical work. Is very taxing. And the mental work also taxes your body as well. And so there's a lot. Now, with that being said, we're not talking bad about it. It's very rewarding, but it is a lot of work, and it does take a lot out of you. Things change every day. All kinds of things are moving back and forth and those kinds of things. And so I'm excited to just kind of take a step back, but I get to be engaged in a different way because yeah, I wasn't working on those Sundays. Don't ask me to do nothing on the weekends, and don't call me after 5 o'clock.
Listen, y'all. I mean, we've had programs on Saturday or something, or we've had a program at night, but Sunday. Listen,
if I can avoid it, there's like one program for sure that I'm like, okay, I got to do what I got to do. And
you ain't got no choice with that one.
So, but anything else, I was like, oh, y'all talking about doing something on a Sunday? I'm not coming. I'm not coming. So I, and I still have my boundaries,
right?
But I have more flexibility to show up in a way that I didn't have the capacity to show up before. Right. And so I'm really I'm so excited about that. Like I am so excited about that piece and being able to show up to things at night. Like there might be times where I might pop into something because I happen to go up for dinner with my kids, but I'm like, I'm also not staying. I came to get food and I'm going home so I can relax and unwind and just declutter all of the energies and all of the things, because I have to remind myself even that I'm an empath. I'm taking in all this stuff. I have to be able to let it out. I'm also an introvert. So I'm taking in all this stuff. I got to rest my introvert. And so I'm excited about the new ways that I get to engage with the students and get to engage with Cornell. I'm excited about the flexibility that I will have to be able to do things like go visit my family and still be able to work without, missing out on anything or shoot, just go travel somewhere.
Let's go shake and move. But no, but that's
but I have kids that are moving toward college and in college. And so being able to take college tours, I know, right? I know.
We just looked at a picture at Shell. He was like 2 or something. I don't know.
He was shorter than me at the time.
He looked 2.
He was shorter than me. Ain't that something?
Yo.
So that was a while ago. He was shorter than me. But being able to go on those tours without, missing out on anything or hey, Miss Tia, can you help me with this thing? I'm on vacation. Well, I can't get in touch with Hemi. I'm on vacation.
Well, Hemi said call you. Yeah, I sure did.
Nope. Call Hemi. And then Hemi gonna fuss at me. Why you listen? Because I'm off.
No, you could still text them back. But I think though, and I know we're joking, like, you get a lot of these things back, but that's part of the, those are some of the things that people don't really see, right? Like
there's
the extra thing that you got to do,
labor in
right?
What we do.
And that's why I guess you can say that's why we love what we do. That's why, we do what we do, because there is a lot of emotional labor behind it. And so being able to, and I like that you're saying that you're going to engage with your students in a different way, because as an educator, as someone who works for an institution, there is a way that you have to move, right? And it's not fake and not like, it's different.
It's very different. So speaking of emotional labor, Hemi made me ugly cry yesterday.
Anybody make you cry yesterday? That's a lie.
We got plenties of witnesses. Plenties. Yes, I said plenties.
It's all lies.
We got plenties, staff and students.
That wasn't me. That was somebody else. That was my cousin. That was my cousin Beamy. That was Beamy. That was my cousin Beamy. I wasn't here yesterday.
I cannot do this with you. What is that? He made me ugly cry yesterday, y'all. But you know what? He ugly cried too.
Listen. Shut up. Quit putting
Listen, I've known this man for a long time. I don't think I've ever seen you cry.
No, you haven't.
I think partially like one time.
No.
I've never seen you cry.
No, you haven't. But so that
messed me up, y'all. But
I think, but like I said yesterday, man, and I ain't gonna. I'm good. I ain't gonna cry today. I'm a thug. But no, but that's the impact you've had on me. That's the impact you've had on this office. that's the impact that you've had on these young people, man. I think that, and that speaks to, I'm gonna be honest, how good you are at your job, right? What was it yesterday we was talking about, where it's one thing, you got, put on good programs and got initiatives and all that, right? But when you affect students in a way, that's how you know where you at, right? Like when you come through for students and they let you know, that's how you know, like, okay, yeah.
And that has been a huge blessing. Like, and that's the thing that I said yesterday, that, and I say this all the time, our students don't realize the impact that they have on us. They truly don't realize the impact that they have on us. And I've said this before on a show too, of how important it was for our students to root me on in finishing my doctorate and getting through things. And whatever the case may be, they don't realize, oh my, like, y'all don't we do this not just for the impact that we have on y'all. Like, that is amazing. We want to have this impact, but for y'all to tell us that we have this impact on you all, for you all to show up for us in the way that you do, in so many different ways, right? Not even just in this space. Yeah. I needed help with moving some stuff. A couple of students popped up.
Came through.
Boom, came right on through. And I loved it and I respect it. When we need help in the office with things, hey, just let me know if you need help reorganizing things. I'll volunteer and help you come do it. I love to do those things. Whatever. To have our students show up for events, and just so many of them pull in to say, hey, where you need me to help. And all they really had to do was just show up and come and sit and eat.
Right.
And just to have them show up for us in so many different ways.
Yeah.
It's just so amazing. Like, y'all don't realize how much y'all really do pour into us, in as much as we pour into y'all. And that is the most amazing feeling. That is one of the most amazing blessings to have. Matter of fact, when I became doctor, my students still, well, now, first of all, it's a couple of them that are like, no, she's Dr. T. Or will check me. No, you are Dr. T. And I love and respect that they pour into us in that way. And it's just a beautiful thing. And so that has been the thing that has filled me so much in being here. I love matter of fact, that is why I came here. And is that some of the students that I got to meet when I interviewed, I was like, man, that is dope. Like, I want to be in that space. We have those kind of students. I want to be in that space. Yes, our community, when it comes to faculty and staff and the ways that some of us come together and connect, is really dope. It really is. Like, Chris, you being here, I love that. And I do love running into Chris. I love running into a lot of folks that I unfortunately don't get to see, because we all have our different things, even some of our staff and whatnot. But it's dope to have that community. It's a whole other thing to have our students pour in when it comes to that community. And so I absolutely have loved and appreciated that. And for those students that showed up yesterday, if you didn't hear me say that to you, I know I said something, but I was emotional too, so I don't remember what I said. I don't remember what I said, but I love y'all. When I say that, I mean that. And I really do love when I feel that my students love me back. Like, I love my hugs. During COVID, I was cool staying home, but I missed my hugs though, y'all. Like, I missed that exchange of energy. I missed that genuine energy in that exchange. And that is so dope to have that from my students. Like, sometimes I don't even feel like looking at nobody or being nowhere, but it's a couple of students that I know that, like, they're gonna hug me whether I like it or not.
Don't care about none of that.
Whether I like it or not. And that says a lot to me. That says a lot to me about the impact that I have on them. And that in turn has a huge impact on me. And so that's one of the things that I say I will miss, but I'm still going to be around. Right now, if I were not going to be around, now that's a whole other, that would have been a whole other situation. That would have been. Hemi done left us in the middle of the conversation. Pushing buttons, didn't you? But that is a whole other thing, to have our students pour in, like, and just to show up, and whatever the case may be.
Yeah, my little light thing got to mess with the screen.
Messing with stuff.
Got my business. Quit being
But even things like, the connections that some of the students have made with my children.
Yeah.
And showing up for Shelton's birthday dinner or different things like that. Like, that is so dope. That is dope. I've worked in higher ed for a while now, and we've been in communities, but this has been different. So very different. And I really love and appreciate and respect all of that. I've had staff that have shown up for me. It's been absolutely amazing. I miss Gwen. Gwen ain't on the show. I miss when Gwen was on the show even. And the surprise graduation party that I got. Oh my God, let me not get emotional. But that was so amazing. I was so
look, you start crying this time. Ain't got nothing to do with me. I did nothing. Don't you blame me. Don't you put that on me.
I'm not, my eyes ain't sweating today. They sweating a little bit, but then it ain't coming out.
Don't you put that on me.
But when I got that whole surprise DSA graduation party, y'all, that was amazing. That was so amazing to have Eileen and Hemi and Marcia and Prez and Gwen show up for my dissertation, my defense. Y'all, like, really? So that has been so dope. If I can call Nicole, matter of fact, being able to call on people, and I'm not even getting to Hemi. I'm talking about outside of the office, to say, hey, I need to go out of town for the weekend. Do you mind checking in with the kids? Do you mind giving so-and-so a ride? Do you mind blah, blah, blah? Okay, I got you. Like, that's amazing. And as a single mother, that's a huge, huge deal to have that kind of support. And that's been really amazing. That I have people that I can reach out to and say, hey, I need your help. Can you help me with this? And if not, it's fine. But can you help me with this? Me and Dan and Marcy going to pick pears again this year. Like,
and T, like, as I'm listening to you, right, and I would like to say, that's the great thing about being in education. Nah, let me not even just say that, because
not education.
But I say that because I've worked in education for a minute. You have as well. Because sometimes you're like, oh no, these people crazy. Right? I am out the game. Right? But that's more that is. I'm just saying. I'm not dealing with these people, right? But it's more so how folks have done here at Cornell specifically, right? And sometimes I feel like it's like, all right, well, we gotta do what we gotta do. Like, we here, right? But it's genuine. Like, hey, Hemi, could you make sure the kids are good? Yeah, I don't know how I'm gonna do it, but
he be good getting y'all.
I do it. Listen, man.
The kids are like, yeah. So I called Hemi. Did Hemi call you? Has Hemi even been there? Nope.
Listen. I get a text. I knew clockwork. I was gonna get a text with a full report. I'm at home. Little bro is blank, blank, blank. Oh, what? Well, there you go. Right?
Or even the time when it's one thing for me to ask Hemi to do something, but being able to ask Lane to come and talk to my son about something.
I forgot Lane came.
Yes. Like,
and we was only like, what, 2 years in, really? And at that point, Lane hadn't been here that long. I don't think you was here that long, but we knew each other. But
we had game nights and stuff by that time. So
yeah, but for him to be like, all right, cool. And he ain't even bat an eye.
Not at all.
The homie ain't even. Actually, we had Lane on. That's right, we did.
Yeah, I was gonna say that was fun when we had Lane on. But yeah, like, I asked him to talk to my son about son stuff. I'm walking out the room. Like, that's dope. To ask Mark Kendall to mentor my son and to have him mentor my son on things. And even just the conversations that we've had just as colleagues have been super, super dope. And so it's been amazing. Things like and I won't even get into people's business, but the relationship that I have with people like Hannah and Anna, and even conversations that I've had with Brandy, and going to Santi's house. Santi, that food was good too, by the way. I need some recipes. because it was so good. But, and even auntie, right? Auntie is auntie. You find work family, but I have found family, working here. And I truly love y'all. Like, I love y'all so much to be able to.
Why you leaving then, cuz?
I need to
okay. You right. You right. You right.
Because I got things to do.
You're right. But that's it. But, you know, and all jokes aside, you know, people were like, well, why would leave? Because life is about transitioning, right? Life is about, you know, when you're reading a book, you don't stay on the same page the entire time. Like, oh, I like chapter 6. I'm going to read it. I ain't going to go to 7, 8, 9. Well, at some point, you got to go to 7, 8, 9.
And then when you're done with the book, you got to move on to another book.
Yeah.
Now, it doesn't mean that you disregard the book unless you just like, yeah, that book was trash.
Now, there I have had a couple books where I was like, you know what?
Absolute trash.
I'm not even going to finish this one. You can go ahead and keep it.
Oh, that too.
I'm not going to, hey, you going to fit? Nah, nope. Keep that book.
That too. But just to have the, you know, and like you said yesterday, like I have family here. Like I started out with a boss and some coworkers and whatever. Even though Hemi was never like, the whole way that all of this got started was so crazy in the first place. Y'all, we had our first date on Valentine's Day.
It's so wild, man. I was
I call it a date. Don't get it twisted, y'all. It was when I came for my interview.
It was Valentine's Day.
We went out to dinner to discuss just work stuff and just get to know each other, which is dope because I've never had that happen before.
Yeah,
I've never had that happen.
I was so like, man, look, I'm gonna get in all kinds of trouble. Now, luckily, lady at the time, shout out to Miss Nelson. She was like, yeah, handle your business. But I knew, I was like, okay, I know I'm gonna have to make up to this somehow because this is gotta. So where you going? Yeah, we taking the candidate to dinner. Just y'all two?
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah, man.
And I remember I had salmon. It was good.
We went to White Star. I don't know if they still open.
White something.
It was called White Star. I don't know if they still open, but man, look. But as I tell the story, we ain't gonna tell the whole story. I was like,
I knew then that he was a whole mess, and I was like, yeah, I can work with this.
And you know what? And I think, and I was saying the same thing, right? Because you know when you're in an interview or even when you're interviewing someone else, right? There's no pressure on you, right? All right, Chris, it's always a pleasure. Always a pleasure. You know, but it's like, you know, even though you're not interviewing, whatever, right? But you still feel a little bit like, okay, how is this gonna work? Man, we sat down. I said, oh, she ain't. Oh, we good. I was like, oh, we good. So this going. What do you say? This gonna be a breeze.
I was all nervous, and then we started talking. I was like, yeah, I'm good.
I said, we solid around here. But you know what though, T? You know, that's how that's obviously started the friendship, right? But that's what made it easy, you know. Yeah. So like you can just, when you're in a space where you can just function, like truly just function, right? Don't get me wrong, everything wasn't always sweet. There's some time. Oh man,
I was just about to say. So I was actually gonna say the funny thing, Hemi. Guess what? You know when we went to camp, I had only been here for a little over a year.
Was it really?
Yes. Yeah, when me, you, and Alvin went to camp was 2018, bro.
Oh, wow.
I haven't even been here that long. And that's what we did, right? Like we went and did that. And the funny thing is our friendship flourished before our relationship as like boss and because that was hard. That was rough.
Listen, man.
We have a good working relationship. And the good thing is that our friendship plays a huge role into it. Because
there was times I wanted to headbutt the mess up. I'm a headbutter when I see her. I'm a butter. A butter.
I was like,
I said, I'm gonna catch you right here with this part of my butt.
I wanted to put a spider in his face.
You see, that's the devil right there.
Many
That's
times.
all that is.
But
wow, Tia,
like,
I did
legit,
not realize.
yeah, I look back at the picture and I was like, oh my gosh, that was only 2018. That was only 2018. And so
Tia, that wasn't even a year and a half at that point.
No,
because you came in at
June
of 17,
yeah.
but you didn't really start until what, August?
No, I started in June. June is when I started. I came in May.
Oh, okay. I thought it was June. Oh, okay. But so it was a year because wow.
Yeah. I got to know way more about my boss than I wanted to know. But we had so much fun, y'all. But the thing is, our friendship flourished before we truly got settled as like direct report and supervisor or whatever, associate director and director, which took a while for us to settle into. But our friendship, I strongly know, I'm not gonna say I believe, I know that helped in that the way that we transitioned as we continue to get to know each other and all of those things, and that made it so dope. And so the cool thing, go ahead.
Because I think that was, you were my first, this is my first professional. I've had student workers,
and that's the thing I had to remember too, is like Hemi has never been a director,
right,
over like people, and so we're both like trying to work at this thing, and I'm just like, I want to punch you in the face,
right. And there's certain ways that I'm not a, at that time or even now, I'm not a micromanager, but I am a very much so like,
hey, what you doing? Okay, so no, but let's do this. Listen here.
Right. And it's learning how to navigate that. And then here's what's crazy, right? No, you talk about, our friendship. It's hard, like being your friend's boss, right? Like you would think, oh, it's easy. They go, no, that's not and vice versa. Like, no, when you coming in like, man, I just want to headbutt him. I know she's like, I'm a butt him. And then but then you take a step, but like, no, chill out. Cause you got those, we've all had co-workers where you was like, yo, you being a butthole because you feel like you just for the need of being one, as opposed to like, no, she having a day. You got it. Like, what?
There are definitely times where I come in and I'm like, okay, I see this has nothing to do with me.
Right.
He's got something else going on. So let me be mindful.
What? Right. So I'm like, yeah. She'll come in. I'm like, Tia, you good? Huh? You know what? I'm gonna leave her alone. This ain't got nothing to do with me. What you need? You need me to do something? Huh? You want a cookie?
Yeah.
You want me to go get you a cookie? Cause when you get in trouble with your mama and hey mom, you need something? Okay, you want some water? Like, no.
Oh my gosh.
And it's like, and honestly, we joking, right? But you get to a point where you just know, right? You sense it, like, okay, yeah, you know what? Something like T's off today. Or it's easy for you, but hey man, I ain't got it today. I see you.
There have definitely been days, and I appreciate that. All I gotta be like is, hey, I ain't got it.
Yeah.
And he's like, okay.
Right.
Because he also knows that if I say I ain't got it, like I legit.
He ain't got it. It's not whatever. And whatever it is not there.
Because it takes a lot for me to be like, I ain't got it and not be able to show up.
Do it take a lot? Like, Tia, go sit down. No, I'm straight. You know the picture with the house on fire? Tia, the house on fire. No. And it was crazy. We both that way. So we'll just be sitting there, everything good. The house is about to burn down. No, it's not.
I think there were a couple times I had to be like, Hemi, just go home. Hemi, just
absolutely.
Go home.
Absolutely.
Just go home. Or Hemi, you know what? I'm going to step away because I see this where you at today.
I'm going to come back tomorrow.
Or, there have been times I still talk about, this was most recent, where I realized I was like, I probably shouldn't be here today.
Oh, yeah.
this is not my head is not in the right space. Mm-hmm. And then we got some news, and he immediately was like, Tia, go home. Tia, go home. And I'm like, I gotta go. I gotta go. Matter of fact, Hemi, it's time for us to be off anyway. Come on, let's go. We going out. We're going out right now. Like, so.
But that's probably one of the biggest things I'm gonna miss is having that relationship. Like, you know me, I like meet people, it's gonna be great. Whoever we bring in to fill your role, it's gonna be great to meet them, blah, 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 blah. But being able to have that in the workspace, of course, we good. Outside of work, we good. But being able to have that in the workspace, people say, you should never mix business with pleasure. I think you can if you respect people. Right?
And if you respect boundaries.
Right.
He got no respect for my boundaries, y'all.
Got nothing about them boundaries.
No respect for my boundaries at all.
About them like, I respect the mess out of Tia. Love her to death. Boundaries, whatever.
He don't respect my boundaries. I'm like, hold on. I don't want to.
Tia, these your boundaries?
He does not get boundaries. What? Those don't apply to me.
Boundaries, man. I'm hearing me see.
Oh my God.
Got some boundaries.
I say that, y'all. I say that jokingly. We ain't trying to have no issues.
Come on. Say that.
Once again, friends, and I understand we're also in a professional space. But no, I do recognize, like, I know that I'm excited about, moving forward, and I'm happy that we are friends. We're still going to be around. I'm still going to be, around and in this space. But I did realize last night how incredibly different it will be. Mm-hmm. In terms of, like, like, it really did break me when I was like, don't you dare. Like, what are we doing?
And here's the thing, right before I was like, I'm gonna probably get a little bit, but then I took 2 words. I was like, oh, yo, this is for real.
Like, it happened. He couldn't take it back.
I was like, oh,
I couldn't take it back.
And I'm normally able to kind of get it back together. I was like, get it. Nah. I was like,
it's it.
What he said? I'm out. I was like, this is not gonna happen, bro.
But just listening to, some of the things you were talking about yesterday, and I do, like, realize how incredibly different it will be. Like, yes, I'll be around and we can chat and talk, but it's different not being the associate director or having that associate director or having the director and actually having certain conversations, work-related conversations that we have, and being able to dive into that. That's going to be very different. And so don't get me wrong, like, my boss and my crew at the newer job.
I mean, they cool.
They dope. They are dope. Cool. They are dope. But it is a different situation.
They ain't me. Duh.
Ignorant. But it is different. I recognized last night how incredibly different it'll be, that our conversations in that regard will be very different. There are things that I cannot do, I cannot support, I cannot help with. There's no AT. We got this thing. Can you look at this and give me feedback or give your input? Those kinds of things. And so it will be different in that regard. And so there are definitely some things on that end that I will miss, just because it's going to be different in terms of that transition. But I'm still going to be here, y'all. He's still going to bug me. I'm going to be like, oh gosh, he'll call me and I'm going to say, what now, Hemi?
Yeah.
What happened now, Hemi? What is it now? So, or whatever, but it definitely will be different. And so, yeah, like, I know I may want to come in here.
What up, coworker?
Hey, Nicole. Thank you, Nicole, for being here. And Nicole, like, even bringing in Nicole as a student, and then Nicole as,
coworker. Come on, coworker.
But it will be very different. Like, I know I'm gonna come in here and I'm gonna be like, oh no, like, this needs to be straightened up. I'm not supposed to be touching that. I don't work here no more.
Don't let her lie to you, y'all. She's gonna come in here and move something. T gonna be like, I got some stuff. Like, could you not?
I'm not bringing no more stuff in here. Now I'm trying to take my stuff out.
T gonna be like, hey man,
y'all your stuff back.
I'm gonna come. And the new person might look here, man. Just let her do. Just let her rock. Don't worry about what she's doing,
she
man.
Just took something out of intercultural life. No, that was hers. Don't
worry about it, man. But it was a whole shelf. I said what I said. That was her shelf.
And I just hadn't gotten it yet. No, and so I'm really trying really hard. And not even just in that, like walking into a program, hey, you good? You need help? Like, no, move. Like, I have to tell myself to move. Like, I'm looking at this back room and my last day is tomorrow. And I'm like, man, I know I need to get back there and do this and do that and do that. Part of it is I need to get back there. And because y'all, this is a house that, yes, Stoner House has been ICL, right? But we have built and rebuilt this house, not the house, but the house, right? Yeah. And so during that time when you're trying to work and navigate things and you're sticking and moving and you've brought stuff in or you've taken stuff home, and there are things that I have like brought in, because I'm here all the time. So I need to be able to have access to these things. But two, I brought something in for a program or something and I just never took it home. Or whatever the case may be. I brought a freaking air fryer toaster oven thing that's upstairs, my bookshelf, my whatever. Like, it's gonna take me time to get those things out. Right. But I'm also gonna mess around because I've done this on off days. I've come in, I done cleaned up the coffee and tea bar that I ain't got no business touching because I'm supposed to be off. Like, so I know I'm gonna have a hard time. I already told the students, don't expect nothing of what this coffee and tea bar to look like it does, because Hemi's gonna forget.
You know what?
Reorder
just for that. I ain't gonna, like, I was really thinking about it the other day. I was like, man, I gotta make sure this. I gotta figure out where Tia got this stuff from for this.
I told somebody that. I said Hemi gonna call me and be like, "Hey T, where'd you get that coffee from? What did you get this time? What did you?" I was like, he's going to call me and ask me these.
I gotta make sure I keep it stocked all the way up.
And now I ordered some coffee. I ordered the most popular coffees too, and not the stupid expensive popular ones.
Please don't.
That we had before. The ones that we can actually get in bulk and not get 6 at a time with it being $25, $50, whatever. Mm-hmm. But I did get the popular coffee. I got the Cafe Bustelo and the Turkish coffee that went like that. I reordered it. So we should be restocked at least for a little bit. He's gonna be like, where'd you get the honey from? What did we need from the and I'm trying to document all of these things while I can, but I am still working at the same time, and so trying to do those things. But I'm gonna try to not touch nothing I ain't got no business touching. I still need to reorganize the back room. Like, I don't know. But that is how much all of this is ingrained in me. Right. I said yesterday, I built this house. This is my house. Now, I say that I don't mean that I did this alone. And that I'm not being cocky in that. But this is a house that we built, right? We bought this bookshelf to display cultural things that were hidden in closets and boxes and whatever. We have shifted and moved these things around according to what our students and and whoever visits this house needs. We have created this bookshelf of resources that weren't here before. We have created these social spaces. The coffee and tea bar, that's my baby, right? Like the popcorn and all the things that we have made available to students. We really have completely reorganized and rejuvenated and reinvented what Stoner House has looked like. Mm-hmm. And that has been a huge part of my being. So it's going to be hard to not, touch it and do things. It's going to be hard to make that separation for a little while. So don't talk about me, y'all. If y'all see me like sitting in on a program at a table somewhere, no, I ain't got no business touching this table. I'm sorry.
I ain't going to say nothing to you. I ain't going to say nothing. With that being said, well, T.
Yeah. Oh my
God. Now, like I said, understand, y'all, the show ain't ended.
No.
T gonna be in and out. Don't get it wrong. I'm gonna try to get it in more than out. I'm tell you that.
He is acting like I have a choice. He has told me plenty of times I have the illusion of a choice.
Illusion.
But I don't have it. So he's making this sound real sweet for y'all.
I am. Make it sound.
But I've already had to block out on my other work schedule 12 to 1 on Thursday.
Come on. So,
but it's a blessing to have that flexibility, though, to be able to do that. That's the other part. I know a lot of times we shift jobs and those things, we don't have that flexibility to do. I have the flexibility to do that, and I love it, and I'm happy about that. That's another blessing too. So thank y'all for everything, Thank you all who have tuned into the show and been with us. Thank you all. Just thank you everybody for everything. Thank you, Hemi. Thank you, Hemi. Okay, now I'm gonna try not to get emotional.
Again.
I know. Thank you, Hemi, for everything, y'all. Thank y'all. See, I did good until just now. I should have just got off.
I'm good now. So look, I'm solid.
Whoa. Thank you, Hemi, for everything, and I mean that.
As I said yesterday, man, I appreciate you. Love you, T. All of it, man. So I appreciate it. Yeah, the pleasure was all mine. Pleasure was all mine. Y'all be good, y'all.
You're welcome. No, but
I can't stand you. Y'all be good. Y'all be
safe. I am is his fault too, by the way. I was
lies. Same with
that one. Thank y'all. Love y'all. I love y'all. You love y'all. Y'all take care.
Peace.
Bye.